So take a look. So this is what we called up today. So this is USD JPY, and that's what we traded today, and it's all lit. So I don't want to play around. I just want to take you through the exact way on how I actually got this trade. So what's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy VDollar back in today's video. It's lit. Happy to see you guys back in today's video. So like I told you, I'm going to be basically showing you on how I actually get these sniper entries. Now I basically use some indicators some days, and then some days I don't use indicators. I'm basically doing some pure price action. So what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is some trend line and channels, you know, how you can actually trace trend lines and how you can actually get those entries in. So if you guys like the video, the most important thing in here is smashing the like button. If you smash the like button, the YouTube algorithm is really so happy, and please make sure you subscribe to see your community growing, okay? And if you want these free signals and setups, please consider joining our main Telegram channel. The link is in the description below. So we are going to slide into the video without any further ado. Hey, so what's up guys? So we are going to dive into the video without any further ado. So like I said, what I'm basically going to be showing you guys is how you can actually be able to draw trend lines and channels, and how you can actually use them to get trades, okay? So this is what I'm going to be basically sharing with you guys in today's video. Now first things first, what's a trend line? So a trend line is just kind of our it's a slanting line, okay? Now we are going to get these lines and place them where we could possibly be able to use it to our advantage. Right now, whenever you're going to draw trend lines, here are the terms in here. So first thing that you are going to look at is you should at least have two, but most importantly we say at least 3 touches, okay? 3 touches where the market bounces off, okay? So that kind of makes it a key level, like what I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you an example real quick here, and then we shall go in depth in this. So this is GBP JPY on the hourly time frame. So whenever you want to mark these key levels, you should always be on a higher time frame as compared to the time frame that you actually use to get trades. If you often get trades at the M15, it means you should draw your trend lines on a bigger time frame, let's say around H1 or H4, you know, depending. Yeah, so what does that help? It helps you to mark out those key levels first before you can actually get the entries. So if you're trading on let's say if you're getting your entries at 10:15, you should probably draw your trend lines at around the H1 or H4, you know, just around those key levels, those time frames, and then be able to get the trades. Now on the M15, you are basically coming through and looking at the key levels that you had actually marked. Now we are going to look at these examples right in here. Now this is GBP JPY. So what we are going to do is I'm going to draw a trend line. This is just, you just look at something and you can easily derive this. So I would decide to extend this and grab this and at least extend it to this point. So in this case, here's what I'm basically looking at. Let me show you what I'm basically looking at. So I have a touch here, I have a touch here, right? So you guys can see already what I was trying to say. Now let me go ahead and draw one more. Now let me go ahead and draw one more. So I would also draw this on top. So I have 1, this is not valid, 2, 3. Let me kind of extend it down. Boom, boom, there we go. Now you guys can notice that we are on the H1. So you can see here's how we basically use this trend line. So due to the fact that we have this touch, you can see that the market touched and then had to bounce off, okay? Market reached and then had to bounce off. Now these 2 touches kind of get us confidence that, okay, if this happens the next time, again the market will bounce off. Either way, on the other hand, let me show you again what happened on the other hand. So this side we have a touch, we have a touch, and we have a touch. So what does that mean? It means when the market reached and bounced off, it kind of gives us confidence that when it comes back to this point, it will bounce off, and guess what happens? It again happens. Now when you have 2 trend lines, just like in this particular case, just like the way they are laid out, this is called a channel. Why? Because you have two trend lines enclosing the markets in between, and yeah, that's a trend line. Sorry, that's a channel. Now let me show you another example here. This is really so easy, and it's really easy to use it to get trades. So easy, very easy. That's why I'm trying to get this to you guys. Now let me show you another example. So what I'm going to do is, let me first delete this, not to bring any confusion here. Property, sorry, object list. Let me delete all this first. Boom, there we go. Now I'm going to draw one more trend line, and then you guys will see. So sometimes, of course, these trend lines are broken, but whenever they are broken, we expect what we call pullbacks and retests. Okay, when we get a retest, then it's magic, you know, it's time to get the markets on. Let me see. I'm just trying to adjust this a bit. Okay, this doesn't work. Let me push it to the upside and see. Boom, there we go. Okay, so we have one touch. This wasn't a touch because the market didn't reach there. Anyway, this kind of looks invalid. It doesn't work. We should always have at least 2 or 3 touches. Okay, 2 or 3 touches at least to think about such. Now this is a get on the H4. Now let me show you one clear one here. So we have this. Let me adjust this. Boom. I would decide maybe to draw it this way, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the lower side, there we go. Boom. You guys can see. Now guess what happens? You see that whenever the markets reach there, we see a bounce off. Check this out. You can see that whenever the markets hit that point, we see a bounce off, hitting, bouncing off, hitting, bouncing off, right? Easy concept. This is really awesome. So the whole point in here, guys, is you can always use these trend lines to get entry points, right? To get where you're actually going to enter your trade. It kind of gives you those key levels that, okay, this is time to get a trade, you know, maybe this is time to wait and see if the market is actually going to bounce off, you know, just all that kind of stuff. Now let me go ahead and show you from the trade that we were trading and see if we can actually get some of these levels. So we were trading USD JPY. Let me stretch this here. Boom, there we go. Now for USD JPY on H4, we can only just see a few. Of course, these are trend lines, you know, the trend lines. Like I said, of course, these trend lines are broken, but whenever they're broken, we often see what we call retest and then push to the upside. Let's try to check this out. Okay, so you can see that the markets hit here, bounce off, hit here, bounce off, hit here, bounce off, hit here, bounce off. It's just getting us the levels where these things are going to happen in the meantime. Check this out, check this out, check this out. So you guys can actually put this into practice. The whole point in here is you are going to basically do this on a bigger time frame as compared to the time frame where you actually get trades. If you often get trades, let's say on the M15, do this on the H1. If you actually get trades on H1, you can decide to get these trend lines maybe on H4, maybe on daily, you know, depending. So after that, you should always at least have 3 touches, okay? 3 market touches, or 2. Okay, 2 can also be fine, but at least have a couple of touches. So when you have that, it's going to get you some confidence that, okay, this is valid, you know, this is okay. So after doing that, now we are going to be basically looking at the market bouncing off those key levels, and you are getting trades in right there. So that's how basically this works, and I hope you guys really get a lot from this. That's what I had for you guys in today's video. I'm out.